Hello, my friends. Welcome to Inspired. This is a show brought to you by I've Decided, and I'm Michelle Bohm, your host, owner of Inspired Style Company, and a proud I've Decided business member. If you are not getting your I've Decided resources, we want to invite you to join our community because we have some amazing things happening at I've Decided, including the show. One of the things that we bring to you every Sunday is a weekly winning resource. So if you're not getting those, of course, join the I've Decided community as a community member or a business member because those are packed full of great information to help you achieve your goals and dreams. I was reading my weekly winning resource just yesterday when it came out. It comes out every Sunday. I was reading about our weekly winning word, which is emotion. And if you have not checked that email, make sure you go back and do that because there's an amazing article in there talking about emotional intelligence, which it turns out is a better predictor of your success than your actual intelligence. It's a fantastic resource, so make sure you go back and look at that. One of the other things that we do at I've Decided is we bring together our business members to be resources for you as well. And that's why I want to introduce you to my friend Vicki Lavick today. Vicki is the owner of Lavick Counseling Services. And Vicki, you've been helping people walk through their emotions, right, through their own personal struggles for over 20 years now. So I'm really excited to have you today to talk about emotions and how we can control them and manage them to the best of our ability.
Thank you.
So you counsel people who have either addictive behavior issues, mental health, or even sometimes it's just a temporary life change. I know I've certainly, in periods of transition in my life, I have benefited tremendously from counseling to just kind of help me sort through those emotions.
Exactly.
So you get to do that every day.
I do, and I love it.
That is amazing to have that as your business and to be able to partner people as they walk through that. So I just kind of want to jump in and hear a little bit about what you do. I know that there's a million ways that our emotions influence our behavior and therefore influence our personal success.
Absolutely.
So positive or negative emotions, why do we need to be aware of what is going on so that we can manage it?
Okay. Well, I will tell you first that I don't see feelings as being positive or negative. I actually just see them as just being. They are what they are. Because I look at it as we need to be in tune with how we're feeling in order to know what to do with them and be able to make the appropriate changes as needed, whether it be a behavior, whether it be paying attention to us having negative thought processes. So, and I don't know if I made that up. I know I've been saying it for years. I may have stolen it from somebody, but I don't see feelings as being positive or negative. They just are.
Okay.
And it's what we do with them that really matters.
And being able to even understand that they're affecting your behavior has got to be the first step. Because I think a lot of people just, you just react to things and you don't realize what's actually causing that.
Exactly. Well, and even identifying them can then help us understand what to actually do with them after that. I have a worksheet at the office that kind of identifies the basic feelings and then all the different ones that fall underneath that. Because we may deal with frustration differently than humiliation or something of that nature. So that's actually very helpful for my clients as well.
Really drilling down, somebody might be displaying anger, but then you have to figure out what the actual emotion is.
Absolutely.
So the angry reaction isn't necessarily the emotion, it's the outcome.
Correct. Correct. Acting out in anger, but it may be I don't know, feeling insecure. It may be feeling unimportant. It might be feeling anxious, things like that.
Wow. And so then when you can identify what the actual emotion is, then you can work towards fixing it. Because if you're trying to deal with the anger, but you're really feeling humiliated.
Correct.
You're
Let's
not
deal
humi-
with, yep, let's deal with the
Ah,
humiliation so we can actually move forward after that.
oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's one tool that you use, that worksheet. What are some other tools that you use through your counseling?
Lots of talking, lots of cognitive behavioral therapy coming from the addiction background. That's mostly what we use. So
Okay.
it's really taking a look at how our feelings and thoughts are very interconnected. There may be a situation, and then we have an automatic thought process that goes with it, like Susie doesn't like me, and so therefore maybe we feel rejected or sad or hurt or what have you. But if we can kind of work through that initial negative reaction, let's take a look at what's actually true and really work through the process.
Okay.
Is it true? Is it maybe Susie was having a bad day? Maybe Susie just gave us a weird look and we interpreted it incorrectly. So
okay.
lots of assumptions are made a lot of times.
Right.
So really working through that process and, can we maybe go talk to Susie and see what's really going on? Communication is key. I emphasize communication for everybody, whether it be with a counselor, with a trusted friend or family member, with a pet, because let's be honest, our dogs are
You can talk to
wonderful,
pets.
wonderful
I know
beings
my
to talk
dog
to.
is the best therapist
The
that
best
I've ever
listener
had.
ever. Even if we can't talk to somebody out loud, even working it through ourselves, journaling, drawing, even allowing ourselves to cry. A lot of people look at crying as a negative thing. That can be a wonderful catharsis for some people.
Yeah.
And then they kind of go through it and, okay, now I'm good, and then they can
Right.
move forward.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, those are definitely some recommendations. Trying to think of what else. It could be a matter
So
of
that is cognitive behavioral therapy, replacing what you
replacing the
react.
negative thoughts
Yeah.
with more positive ones, and I have some worksheets on that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people tend to catastrophize situations. Everything is a crisis. Well, no, not everything is a crisis. And is it really going to matter in a week or year, 5 years, that kind of thing? Really
Right.
taking a look at that.
Yeah.
If we're hanging on to resentment, what is that actually doing for us? Is that actually benefiting us?
And those feelings will manifest themselves in so many different ways that you
Absolutely.
have to be able to go through this behavioral therapy
Absolutely.
to kind of tease it apart.
Right. So we're not walking around completely guarded from more positive experiences, because ultimately that's what may happen to some people.
Wow. Wow. Um, so once you are aware of those emotions, then that's what you do with them. You replace
The negative thoughts and actually
Yeah.
work through the feelings, because once we replace some of the negative thoughts with some more positive ones, our feelings are going to follow along with it as well.
Okay.
And then that can generate some more positive behaviors.
Yeah.
So they're all so intertwined, so interconnected.
I love that you said that, because that is the picture in our weekly winning resource is that the emotion follows the action. So we do the positive actions, create the positive feelings, then we want to do more of those
Correct,
things. And
yes.
it's, a circle.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
love that.
Yes.
So something else that that the resource talked about that I was like, oh, I got to make sure I ask Vicki about this.
Okay.
When we're more aware of our own emotions, we've increased our emotional intelligence.
Yes.
And we can identify those in other people.
Yes.
And so maybe we don't have those negative reactions because we're like, oh, I realize that Susie's anxious because I know what
Sometimes.
anxiety looks like
Possibly. Yep.
because I've been able to understand that. And,
Correct.
And maybe she's not blowing me off for coffee. Maybe she's really dealing with something.
Correct. And at least we can be more aware and more empathetic
Yeah,
to the situation.
right.
And not automatically take things personally.
And strengthen those relationships.
Absolutely.
Which creates more positive feelings, which, it kind of snowballs.
Of course. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what kind in your business? What kind of people do you help the most? What are the your clients looking for when they come to you?
That's kind of a loaded question. I see a lot of different types of people. I do see teens and adults. I don't see the kids anymore.
Okay.
But I have lots of great resources if anybody needs help for kids.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I have a wide variety of people. I mean, I have a lot of people who are struggling with addiction. Maybe they're early in recovery and want to maintain. Once the addictive behavior is, gone or they're in recovery, then they have all these underlying issues that they've been
Right.
covering up for years: anxiety, depression, possibly other mood disorders. What else? Some
Then
people
they
are
have
just
to work those out. Yeah.
exactly. Some people are just struggling with work issues. Some people are struggling with home relationship issues, maybe, some struggles with their spouse or with their kids, or it's a wide variety, which is
Right.
why I love what I do,
That's
because it's such a wide variety.
Yeah, but really, it all comes down to their feelings.
We talk about feelings all
their
the time.
emotions.
All the time.
The behaviors could manifest themselves in many different ways, but it's
Exactly.
always comes back to those emotions.
Always. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
So, when do people seek counseling?
You, more often than not when there's a crisis or when
Right.
something is going on.
Yeah.
Once in a while, people can be intuitive enough to get a little bit of a jump start, or maybe they feel like they're on kind of a downward spiral. But yeah, more often than not,
when the wheels fall
this
off, then-
happened and I need to figure this out.
Yeah. I found that in my own life.
Yep.
It wasn't until the wheels came completely off that I was like, okay, maybe I need to address this issue.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's something going on here that I need to work through.
Right. We want to get somebody out of, we want to get out of, even ourselves, out of crisis mode and actually learn some of those healthier coping skills so we don't get back into crisis mode down the road.
Right.
Even if we have some of the same situations or feelings or what have you.
So even though you might be managing well, it's certainly a good time to dive into your emotions, to dive
Absolutely.
into your feelings. Anytime you can increase that emotional intelligence is amazing. And I've decided has the resources to help you with that.
Yeah.
Vicki is also one of our business members, and I understand you have a new office at the Garden.
I do. I will be moving next weekend among all of the other stuff going on. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, so then you'll be taking you're taking new patients there? New
Yes,
clients?
I'm always taking new clients. I probably won't take any this week just because now my current office is a little bit of a mess.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. Starting next week and moving forward, I will be taking new people.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we have another resource that we like to provide our community. You know our friend Daryl Crook.
Yep.
Fishing for Inspiration.
Absolutely.
And he's created a little video for us that I want to share with our viewers. And it's all about how to get your emotions working for you instead of against you, which is
Okay.
a lot of what you do.
Great.
So let's take it over to Daryl at Fishing for Inspiration.
Oh, hey, Michelle. You just caught me here tinkering with my fishing stuff. During the winter when you can't be outside fishing and that kind of stuff, the next best thing is just to get your equipment ready. Make sure the tag lines are all cut off and make sure everything's organized. Make sure you've got the things that you're going to need when it's ready to go fishing. And it gets you excited, though. I get excited when I'm messing with this stuff, the anticipation of going fishing. Speaking of being excited, our emotions can really be a good thing, but they can also sometimes be a bad thing. If you don't keep them under check, they can sometimes take you in the wrong direction. I like the way Kim says that the emotions follow the action. I've found that to be so true in my life. One of the main times that I've really discovered that's true is when I go to the gym. Because when I go to the gym, I've gotten into this habit of smiling when I'm doing my workout. And you know what? It makes me happier. I act like I'm happy, and I'm happier. The other thing that I do is power poses. Like, for instance, when I'm doing my curls, I get done doing my curls, and I smile, and I stand up with my arms in the air like I'm celebrating because I'm acting like I just won the curling championship of the world. And you know how that makes me feel? It makes me feel positive and confident and happy and ready to take on the day. So I've got those emotions working for me instead of against me. So just keep that in mind. Keep your emotions under check. Emotions can be a good thing. You need to be excited about what you're doing and that kind of stuff. But don't let them take you off in the wrong direction. Make sure your emotions are working for you.
I always love hearing Daryl talk about those power poses. I use that in my day. I used that this morning. Come on, guys, it's time to do our homework.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and everybody groans and changes, but it does kind of lift the mood.
It does.
It does elevate at least my emotion. I'm tricking myself into being excited about trying to get out the door and everybody making sure they have their homework.
Fake it till
So
you make it.
That's
Absolutely.
right. I love Daryl's power poses at the gym. I want to take a minute to remind everyone we have the I've Decided conference coming up this weekend. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule because of the weather, that
Right.
crazy polar vortex that we were going through. So it will be this Saturday. Make sure we still have a couple seats available. So if you have not gotten your tickets, you still have an opportunity to do so. Just go to I've Decided. The links for the conference registration are here in our show notes. But make sure you visit I've Decided. Join our community. For less than the cost of lunch, you can have access to all these amazing resources like Daryl, like the I've Decided media shows, the weekly winning resources, the radio programs. All of these things are available to our community members. And if you want to join and become a resource for those community members, and you have a business that you think would help benefit some of our tribe here, we want to hear from you as well. So make sure you go over to idecided.org and join our community, join our business resources. Again, the conference is coming up this Saturday, so if you have not gotten your ticket, make sure you do that. Vicki, again, I just want to thank you for being here today. Can you tell our viewers how to get a hold of you? Because I'm sure there's somebody right now that's listening that's like, yeah, I need to do something.
Okay.
So how can they get a hold of you?
In a couple different ways, either by phone at 309-550-9903, or you can go through my website, and there's an email on there, and the website is www.lavickcounselingservices.com.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
So if you are struggling with something in your life, you're struggling to manage your emotions, or you just want to increase your emotional intelligence, please check out Vicki's website and join our community. Use these resources that are available to you. We are all here to help you reach your goals and dreams. So thank you again for joining us today on Inspired. I'm Michelle Bohm, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Kim Martin, founder of I've Decided. I've Decided is an organization designed to help you achieve your goals and dreams, whatever they are. Our mission is your success. What does success look like today? Well, statistically, only about 9% of the population will ever actually see their dreams, their goals come to full fruition. Why is that? I believe we can change that number. I think success is like a puzzle. It requires many pieces connected together in order to see the full picture. So to be successful, you have to have all the right pieces in one place to keep it simple enough to work. You need motivation and inspiration. You need tools and resources, accountability, support, information, education, and most importantly, you need the right mindset. And we can provide all of that for you under one umbrella through I've Decided. And that's why we've created 4 special shows that will be aired on Peoria TV, which we're super excited about. Those shows will air on Tuesday. On the first Tuesday will be Inspired, and that's geared all around inspiration, motivation, and providing some success stories that will inspire you to take action on your goals and dreams. The second week of the month, we will be hosting Our Community, and that's about support and accountability and sharing information that's happening around our community that will help you be successful in your goals and dreams. The third week of the month is My Success. That's going to be information, education, what you need to learn to be motivated and to have those revelations so that you can continue on your success journey. And on the 4th Tuesday of every month, we will be airing The Source. And that's about tools and resources. Everything that we have right here in our community that's going to help you get to where you want to go. So I'm really excited about these shows, and I hope that you will be too. We'd love to have you join our community. You can get more information about that at ivedecided.org. Be sure to tune in.
PeoriaLife.com